Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. I am your host, Eric. This is Paris.
What's up?
And Red.
Detroit gangster.
All right, what's up, guys? How's
What's
it
the
going?
deal? What up, though?
What'd I tell you about that gang shit?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, sir. Handshake.
Anyways, all right. So the big news everybody's buzzing right now is because today, yesterday, and 2 weeks ago we had big showcases highlighting video games. We had the PlayStation Showcase 2 weeks ago. We had the Summer Games Fest yesterday, and this morning we had the Xbox Games Showcase. So I'm gonna start off. What are you guys playing right now?
For me right now, mainly it's Call of Duty and Fable 2. It's an old game that we got back on Game Pass, and it's pretty much a big childhood game that I pretty much grinded out like 3 times. So yeah, those my main two. Oh, and Madden 23.
People still play Madden?
Right.
Yeah, because 2K
Are you
2K
shitting
ass
me?
cheeks right now.
The amount of money they play on or they make on Madden, yeah, people still play Madden.
Okay. I thought people stopped fucking with it. What game I'm fucking with right now? Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me back in the love of that because I think we missed to season 3.
Yeah, it was a big stint that we weren't playing.
Yeah. And I barely played season 2. But I'm back on it since y'all didn't show me all this invasion modes. Besides that, I'm just not started Last of Us. You know, the TV show got me back into the show. So I had to buy both of them for the PS5. And after that, I'm probably gonna dibble and dabble into God of War.
All right. Wait, when you say you got both of the
AK,
Last of Us,
he got money.
Well, no. I mean, you got the original and the remake or remaster.
I have the original. I got the remaster. I got the PS5 edition and the PS4 edition. Then I got Last of Us 2.
All bases covered for travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, look, if it can look better, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
You can barely see the difference unless you got a good TV.
Yeah, if you got that new console, you want to put it to use.
Exactly.
You know so
we ain't wasting no money.
Yeah.
Probably so.
You definitely are.
But can it run Crisis though?
Yeah, that
Crisis
was the big
bullshit right now, but back then it was the dope.
Man, that was the test back.
They had all games struggling.
Dog.
All right.
Sound like PS4 engines.
All right, so I am playing Diablo 4 that just came out about a week ago. That is a dungeon crawler, demonic type stuff. I like the aesthetic. Art style is really nice now.
Okay.
There's some things that I'm not a Diablo guy. Like our buddy Seth, he has played every version damn near, and he has a lot of gripes about like, oh well, this is what 3 did way better than what 4 is doing now. But the aesthetic is better. There's some things that they've improved on. There's stuff from the previous game that I guess is better, and I don't really know because I didn't play it. Fall Guys, simple party game.
Too,
if you want a quick something that can be done in 5 minutes, I recommend Fall Guys. A lot of fun.
Okay.
And then, like you said, Call of Duty. Getting back into that. Getting my reflex. You don't realize how bad your reflexes are until you take like 2 months off Call of Duty and hop back in it.
You gotta remember, we were shutting down every game room, top 3 or at least top 5 every time.
You're looking at your hands because the arthritis. You're like, oh shit!
What the hell am I pressing?
Bro, we was playing so damn tough yesterday. I had to turn the fan on.
Bro, puckered up all last night. When I tell you, neighbors knew me. They looking like, is he okay over there? Man,
I had to stand up. PJ had to get all the yells. He was trying to go to sleep. He looked at me like I was crazy.
Man, and you know it's bad when the call out's bad. Bro, he was fucking him up.
Bro, I was stuttering, bro.
I'm like, P, where he at?
Oh no. Oh.
Bro, I was struggling, man. Oh my God. Like I seen it and I still couldn't say it out. Fuck it.
Bro. And then we had one 2-on-2. Army of Two is a classic game that we both love, right? We was
Hmm.
man, I carried them one solid round where I got like 10 kills out of 12.
Yeah, I only
And
had
I'm
two.
looking like I'm John Wick now, you feel me? And literally the very next match, I had 3 kills to his like 11.
Yeah.
I felt good, then I felt bad because I what you say, Pete? You might as well put your motherfucking cape on, bro. You carrying this
Bro,
bitch. You carrying this bitch. And literally the next match, I knew I was John Wick in it, and I was just dying left and right. Next thing you know, Pete was nah. I'm like, all right, I might as well sit still. At least I can live to the end or something.
hey, I had to turn. I
Yeah.
had to put the others because usually I play with my headphones off, like with one mic off. So I
Hmm.
had to put this on. So when I put this on, this was me activated. So I
Yeah,
started to sit
Oh
up,
yeah.
you turned it up.
so I
Yeah.
can hear
No.
my right side basically.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no. Paris is really good at hyping people up. Like he'll put us in gunfight. I don't like gunfight. I never mess with gunfight. He's like, oh come on, and then I'll get like 2 kills, and he's like,
There
there
you
you
go.
go, and I'm just like, hey, calm down. Just 2 kills, relax.
Man, he do make you
Bro,
feel good though.
hey man, it's about being the captain, man.
Yeah,
You got to learn how to follow sometimes, and
that's true.
hey,
Cause I know who my character is. I'm gonna run and gun and shoot up every fucking thing in my face. You know what I'm saying? And then I might
Yeah,
pull it out where I might get 10 kills and one death. You know, and then next time I'm gonna drop the ball. But
right.
for
but
the
this ain't
majority,
DMZ though. Because if
yeah,
it was DMZ, then it's like, come on now, stay put.
exactly,
Mm,
exactly. I gotta listen to his call outs.
Yeah.
He a good quarterback. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I will admit that.
So after we had our showcases with Xbox, PlayStation, and Summer Games Fest, what are you guys most excited to see? I'll start with you, James, because that came first 2 weeks ago. What did you see from them that you were like, "Yep, I'm in it. Like I made the right choice buying a PlayStation. This is what I can't wait to play."
Uh, I've been a Final Fantasy fan since Jump, and I know they've been switching over some to. You just shake your head no to me. Oh, I thought you was
Who?
like fuck a Final Fantasy. My bad.
No, no, no. Hey, we're cool. It's me.
My bad.
We're cool. We're cool. No, go ahead.
Final Fantasy 16, bro. But they made it look like Dynasty Warriors. Now, if you see it, Dynasty Warriors or a little bit of
Mm,
Devil May Cryish. But I heard they got a lot of people from that team over, so it makes sense. But it's
it's
fast
more
paced, huh?
it's more hack and slash
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
Okay.
And the reason why I love Final Fantasy VII is because you can go in the wild and just run around in tall grass, get hit by enemy, and just grind all damn day and all
Yeah.
night. I put like 700 hours on that damn game. But
Yeah.
this one, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple different modes like the fire mode, some rock mode they keep talking about, but I'm not gonna watch the hour long, 2 hour long demos because I want to be surprised at every part.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Final Fantasy for sure was for me. I don't care about the what's that thing everybody hype for? Spider Man. I ain't that. I ain't that.
You don't care about it.
Not for real. I'm gonna buy
N-
it, but
Now,
you know,
well, let me cut in real quick and say, like, so what do you guys like to see when you see these showcases? Do you want to see the proof of concept cinematic trailer of like, oh, this is what we're trying to emulate? Do you want to see just gameplay, or like you said, Red? Do you want to see as little as possible? Just show me like what I can expect to see a little bit, but don't show me too much. I want to be surprised. Like, what do you prefer to see?
I'm a surprise person. Show a good trailer and then show a really good leveled up attack. So I know, oh yeah, when I play a little minute, I can do stuff like that. But don't show me, they had him go to 3 different cities on that damn game. But
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
don't show me too much. I just like to see good graphics and a little special move that I can be excited for.
Okay. Okay. So a little bit of hype, but like not too much. Don't
Hell yeah.
reveal the whole thing to me. Okay. What about you, Paris?
I mainly want to see good gameplay, only because a lot of games nowadays it's pretty much all decent graphics. So I hate to see a good trailer that you have this expectation, oh, this game's gonna look like this, and then when you go to play it, it's like 360 pixels. I mean, it's not, but
Right.
you understand what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
I
Um,
got you. I got you.
so
Yeah, the
I
one that
don't
always the one that always comes out to me is the old Sonic games where they'd have like a 4K trailer kind of thing in the
yeah,
cutscene,
Sonic
Yeah.
Heroes.
and then yeah, and then when you actually got to the gameplay, like, oh, this is just a crappy 3D Sonic game. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Like, why do you have to show me like all the budget went to this 30-second cutscene? Like, why
Facts.
do you need to show me
Facts.
that?
yeah, they always do the switch up. Like Resident Evil 4 remake, they kind of had it to where all the in scene cutscenes were the same graphics as the gameplay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, right.
so I kind of like it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, when they got the
All right.
disclaimer, actual gameplay at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to show that. Like, because I remember what was it years ago when PlayStation 3 came out with Killzone, was it 2? And they had said like, okay, yeah, this is all in-game footage, and it was an entire CG trailer that they had made, and the
Mm.
game did not look like that at all.
See,
Mhm.
But people are speculative at the beginning. They're like, there's no way this is real. There's no way the
facts.
PS3 can run this good, and they got caught.
Nah,
For-
I'm gonna take a step back. Like, of course, I said just show a good trailer, but we know games like you just said, P. It's kind of on the same graphical level right now. That's why I don't really care for it. When whatever the game out coming out, I know Final Fantasy is gonna look good as hell. I know
Right.
uh uh Zelda now is gonna look cartoony as hell. I know what Call of Duty is not as real as Battlefield. I already know what to expect. That's why I don't want to get seen. That's why I want to get shown too much.
Right.
mhm.
Right.
Just to clarify. Just to clarify.
Okay.
What was that Halo game where it's a top down kind of scroller? Was that
Halo Wars.
ODST?
Halo
Yep.
Yeah,
Wars.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
Halo Wars was
that's
one.
kind of
Yeah.
pissed me off. 'Cause I remember it was a drought for Halo for a long time, and then Halo Wars came out, where it was like, oh, this is about to be a hypo battle, and then when you go to the gameplay, then it's kind of like a top down. You point here, this is
Yeah.
what they attack.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
colony takeover, colonized type of game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
No. Yeah.
trash.
false hope.
Okay. So for you, Paris, what did you see from the Xbox showcase or Summer Games Fest that you know, that blew you away? Can't wait for it.
Uh, well, like I said, for the games that I was currently playing is Fable 2. So when I seen Fable was coming back out, that was one of the games that I was hyped for. Uh, the big plus game that's coming out is the Stardust or Starfield Direct or whatever it's called,
Yeah, Starfield. Yeah.
and the Star Wars, the new Star
Yeah.
Wars. I haven't gotten to the Hellblade series because it was kind of not my thing. But it looked good. Um, what was that? That what was the one with the title with the A on it?
Avowed.
Yeah, Avowed. That
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
looked kind of interesting too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how that turn out.
What's
Yeah.
the
I'm
Avowed
also
about?
Avowed is made by Obsidian, the same group that made Fallout New Vegas and Outer Worlds,
Okay.
and it's kind of their take on like a Skyrim style RPG.
Mm,
So I mean, if you watch the trailer that dropped today, it very much looks like it's Outer Worlds, the space game, but it's in like medieval magic times. That's what it looks like.
okay.
So for me, I'm excited because Outer Worlds is excellent. Like it was, no one expected it to come out. Like no one expected it to be pretty much a Fallout New Vegas 2. Like it had the same kind of humor. The combat was very polished, and so yeah, like if they can do that in a Skyrim style setting, like I'm looking forward to it too.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So like yeah, like Paris said, Starfield I'm excited for as well. Like it's a huge undertaking. Like from what they were showing, there were times where I had to be like, okay, take a step back. We've seen promises like this from
Facts.
before,
Facts.
Hmm.
and not just from other games like, No Man's Sky, where they promised, oh, you'll be able to go to every planet in this, universe. And then it was just not what they said it was going to be at release,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But also Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda, they also have promised a lot of things before. And, it was Fallout 76. The last thing that they came out with was a
Hmm.
disaster at launch.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like that at all. So if they can deliver on the promises of Starfield, I feel like it definitely could be like one of the biggest games of this console generation. Like It was intense, like 30 minutes shown deep dive of everything that you can do, and I'm excited for it.
So I got a question for both of y'all. So we know DLC is one of the main things about games now. So what's y'all hopes for games now? Like, do you think that it's actually going to come out 100% complete, or do you think that they just going to release 25% of the game and the rest of the 75% is DLC where you got to pay extra money? Like, why is games half-ass at release and then they want you to pay for the full experience?
I got an answer for that. So I remember a few years back when they just got into like the PS4 ring, and people was mad about them raising the prices of the games, where they said these games are almost $100 games if you want the full game. So
Yeah.
now they say if you want the same prices, we're gonna have to make stuff downloadable content or expanded. Each one is like $20 or $15. But then I feel like somewhere along that path, they was like, people are buying multiple expansion packs, multiple costumes of every fucking character. Let's tax their ass. We really gonna make the money on the long run. You feel me? And that's what they do
Mm-hmm.
now. They got season
Right.
passes, battle passes, come on now, every gun, little pro tuned uh character outfits. If you just want skins, bro, you can spend thousands of dollars on Call of Duty and Fortnite alone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what they doing. First, it was about them making their money because we didn't want to pay it up front. Now it's a cash grab.
So you think it's
Yeah.
like a casino?
Yeah, they know we gonna pay.
Yeah.
They know we gonna pay it. You
Yeah.
know.
I agree. Like it is not cheap to make these games,
Hmm.
especially nowadays. Like when I looked at that Starfield Direct, I was like, oh yeah, like I know where the money went. You
Hmm.
know, because you're talking about teams, like not just the base team that made the game. You needed a team for the art design. You needed a team for the weapon systems and combat and customization. Like you needed numerous teams to make up the one team that made the game.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, the cost of making these games, and I mean the time it takes to make them, has just gone up. So I mean, honestly, like when you think about it, like is $10 price range from the 60 we were used to paying to now being $70? Is it that? Honestly, they could have charged us more for the scale of some of these titles.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
Now when it comes to microtransactions, like if it comes down to cosmetics, I'm for it. Like yeah, like let me get a cool skin. Like let me live vicariously through my character and make him look as badass as possible, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's when you get into that pay for play, which is kind of what Call of Duty does, where oh, you can pay to use this gun, or you can pay to get this operator that gives you like a bonus during Warzone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you get into the point where you're just like, okay, that's kind of sleazy.
Pay to
Like not
win.
everyone that's going to play the game competitively is going to use the skin. They're going to use this gun because it's the meta right now.
Right. Right.
So if you can keep it as much as possible around just cosmetics and just how something looks, I'm all for it. I don't care how much you put in the store. If people are buying it, that's on them. Like that. I feel like that's not too malicious.
Yeah.
But when you're putting it into like Grand Theft Auto having an actual casino, like that's when you kind of get the slippery slope of like, okay, like I mean, I think I saw a report earlier today where they said that Grand Theft Auto 6 is projected to make $1 billion in the first week. You know, that is nuts. That is crazy. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Bro.
like you said, it started with just paying for the game, and then it just kind of now they're trying to see like how much can we make this company worth.
Facts.
Right.
So
Grand
All
Theft
right.
Auto doing it the worst though. They doing it the worst.
yeah, I'll be on my deathbed, and then the trailer will drop. I'll be pissed.
They just brought out San
But
Andreas Mercenaries for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the ripe old age of 85, and then Grand Theft Auto 6.
Finally, man.
Son
I
of
don't know.
a god damn it!
Do
Yeah,
y'all think Grand Theft Auto 6 gonna have better graphics?
yeah, it has to. They they can't release basically how they did with Grand Theft Auto 4, where they did like the Ballad of Gay Tony and what was the Motorcycle Club expansion they had for it.
I know which one you're talking about though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know you're
so they
talking about,
did
yeah.
that. They can't do that and say, okay, here's 6. Like, no, no, no. Like, you have to. It has to be bigger. It has to look better. It has to run better. And I think one of the reasons why they aren't rushing is because they're making so much money with GTA Online.
Well, they
Like,
already
Very
said the
true.
map was going to be bigger. They said it was going to be
yeah,
what, 75% bigger or something like that.
yeah, because
Damn.
it's including San Andreas. It's including Vice City. Like, it's pretty much
Oh yeah, I
making
did
it
hear about
a
that. Oh,
yeah.
what's the
So
time frame on that? What's the year setting in?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know
I
anything about
Because
that.
I
don't.
don't want another Tony Montana style. I want some, what they call
Hey,
the Mustang, the
Vice City.
Blazer. I want some of
Yeah.
those. I don't want no
So you
old
want modern
cars.
times?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we've talked about what games were announced. Which ones are coming up in the next year or so. But let's kind of talk about what wasn't there. So there's a lot of franchises, a lot of IPs that are out there that are just kind of sitting stagnant. They're not where you would like to see them. You kind of want to bring them back to prominence like you remembered them before. Uh, what what game or series do you want to see come back, and how would you want to do it? Would you want to make it a remake, a remaster, or would you rather see them go in a new direction? So I will start with Paris this time.
For sure, I would love to see Ocarina of Time. Like that is
Okay.
the goat of all games. I would buy a Nintendo, whatever Switch if
Yeah,
they
get the
come out with
Switch.
that
Yes,
again.
sir. That's why I got it early.
That's a game that I mean I never completed it, but I watched Red play it from a child because we was tied at the hip as kids,
Yeah.
and he used to. This was before memory cards, but I think that one had end save, so we ain't had to worry
Yes,
about that.
sir.
But we never turned it off, and that Nintendo
Never.
Right.
64 was faithfully hot. Like,
Burning hot.
bro, let me tell you that dog, that's why I knew a Nintendo 64 was a good system because it never froze unless you kicked it.
Yeah, you have to shake the system for it ever to mess up. Other than that, 24/7.
Yeah, that's a game, and with today's graphics, it would be way better to me than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Only because that's the art style that I see for it would be. I feel it'd be like Resident Evil 4, 5, kind of that style.
Oh, so like kind of like realistic
You
Yeah,
or
want a Square Enix.
yeah.
okay.
So like, what's that? Final Fantasy 15.
Yep. Yep. Square
Okay.
Enix.
So it'd be
Okay.
a lot shinier per se, but
Okay.
that's the graphics that I can see for that game.
So
Um,
you'd want the graphics to be completely overhauled, but do you want the story to be exactly the same, like
for
same
me, I
missions
thought that was the
and
perfect story to me.
okay,
Well, based on memory.
Yeah.
I watched a lot
Ro-
of let's plays of it.
rose
Or
tinted glasses?
yeah,
Yeah.
so I watched it at least 5 times within the last, I'd say, 10 years, and it was to me it was nothing really wrong with the story. Um, it was just a beautiful game from top to bottom. And
You're
another
not
game,
lying.
another game would be GoldenEye or 007 GoldenEye.
Okay.
As far as graphics, it can literally just be it can be Call of Duty graphics, and it
Okay.
needs online multiplayer. And it could be the exact same game, nothing added. It could just be that because our childhood, I know we all played it, and you just need a basic game where you can see your screen and play with your friends from across the world, and it's literally the same style. You can add some jump rolls or whatever to make it a little extra and more up to date, but it can literally still be the you just see a gun on the screen and going straight and left.
Right. Right.
Bro,
Right.
that's gonna be the dad game of the century. Every man about
Yeah.
from 28 and up gonna be talking shit how they gonna whoop each other ass.
Dog,
Yeah.
that's gambling. That's gonna be
Yeah,
gambling. That it's gonna be more intense than 2K and Madden as far as
for
gambling.
sure. We grew up
Oh
off of that, bro.
yeah.
We grew
Because
up
at
off of
Yeah.
least
that.
I say at least with GoldenEye, when you got shot, it wasn't an instant death. It was okay. You got to point your gun at and hit him at least 5 times, and
It
Hmm.
did. It did.
you
It
hit
did
him.
that shit.
Yeah,
It did that shit.
right. Yeah, yeah. You picked up the body
Greasy
armor.
red.
So that's
Yeah, his screen gets all red. Yeah,
yeah. So when you die, you know you just got messed up because you either wasn't moving or y'all both was just shooting at the same time and they just got one bullet off.
Yep,
It's
yep.
none. It's
Let
none
me
of
ask
this
you this
fake
though:
limb damage and all that stuff.
how you feel about odd jobs?
He a cheat code because now you got to squat, you
Yeah,
got to crouch, and then slide the whole time.
he's that microtransaction
yep,
player.
yep.
yeah,
He's the
yeah,
one that gives you that buff.
yeah, yeah. He's going to
For
make his
sure.
hitbox a
So,
little bit bigger.
Yeah,
Shoot the
yeah.
top hat and kill him.
All right, so we got GoldenEye and Ocarina of Time.
Yes, sir.
James, I know you were feeling Ocarina of Time. So
for,
what are you thinking?
Ocarina of Time for sure. Like I know he said he wouldn't change the story, but I like I need some voice actors. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the
Oh
big
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah.
I'm not a big subtitle reader. Sorry for
Animes.
the anime people,
No, no,
man. I'm
no,
so
mangas.
sorry.
No,
Yeah, the
that's right.
manga's
No.
all of them, bro. I'm sorry for all y'all. But I need some words. I need people to speak to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get some I'm gonna get some voice actors, probably flesh it out, put a couple more monsters randomly throughout the fields. And what's old girl name that was actually Zelda that played as her? Sheikah?
Oh, yeah, Sheikah when she transformed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I want to see something with her. You know what I'm saying? Give me some
Oh,
DLC
yeah,
or a microtransaction where I can get a
side story. Yeah.
yeah side story, couple other weapons because she low key a ninja. You feel me? I want
Hmm.
to run on some walls, slash 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 slash. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably thinking too far into it, but I like a little bit like that. But yeah,
Well, now that you said it, now you have me starting to think like it could add some more where you can have side stories, like you can have relationships or something in that aspect. Because
Oh, you want that romance
so
option?
it would be more of a yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
now that he said it's a lot more that could have been added onto the game with
yeah. Cause I
today's
played it like
power.
6
Yeah.
times straight.
Yeah. This is a record to the devs out there. When we say, yeah, make it a microtransaction, we don't like or want them, but we know you're going to do that shit.
Exactly.
So that's how you can do it without pissing us off too bad, you
Yeah.
know?
We understand we gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah. 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 But don't get it twisted. We don't want microtransactions. If you can give us this whole thing without it,
Hmm.
thank you. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that would be interesting to see more of a fleshed out story because if you do have voice actors, you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, the author or the writer having to make up a whole story when you could just talk it out. I feel it'd be a lot easier to have more emotion within the game, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
My bad to jump back in this. But Final Fantasy, they already fucked it up. So 7, I mean. That's my other dream game.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what did you not like that you want them to fix?
Okay, so of course, Midgar was kind of linear, but it still was in a sense of more open. Right now, that game is a straight damn line. You
Hmm.
can't grind, you cannot grind at all.
Oh, okay.
It's like to the point of if I say point A, B, and C, you have to go directly to B, directly to C. Like, and their free roam is like taking a left on this door, checking out that room, and then leaving.
Yeah, so it's not
Okay.
open world like they say.
Yeah. So you want to, enhance the open world
Yeah,
experience,
I,
let
I
you
wanna,
explore.
I wanna be able to say if you missed that area, you didn't hit that city on this day, because that's how Final Fantasy do it. You hit it on this day before the war start, you get the secret Valentino character. You feel me?
Okay.
Or stuff like that. But they just gave it to her. They gave us the character Yuffie with the Insurgents edition. And it's
Okay.
like you really had to be at a certain place at a certain time to get her. You just gave it away. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that's just furthermore told me they not even like they just cutting it down that much more.
Right.
So That's where they
Yeah.
messed up at. I haven't been able to grind. I literally love that game, and I turned it off in 2 days.
Oh, you never finished it?
No,
Ooh, yeah. That sucks.
I watched a couple game plays. Everybody had the same exact gripes, and I said, "This is going to sit here."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sucks when they do a remake bad
Yeah,
because it kinda gives you the impression of, "Oh, this was a money grab,"
for sure.
like, especially if it's really bad,
And you know
and
how
it's like,
long they
"Okay,
was making that game?
yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah,
what I was gonna say. Yeah,
you guys just wanted to get the quick check from the fans that have been asking for it for
bro, we've
years."
been asking for that for at least 15 years.
Yes, I remember that shit for
Mm,
like PS3. They had
Hmm.
a little dev edition of, was it Ariel? I'm not saying her name right, but she was picking
Area.
flowers. Yeah, she got stabbed with Sephiroth, and we looking like, oh shoot, the little glimpse of this, glimpse of this, we gonna get it. And then 5 years later, 5 more years later, and then now 3 more, they hint again, and then now we get this, and we like, really, bro?
So now you making me worry about Ocarina of Time because they added the voice actors, like you said,
Hmm.
but it's kind of hard to fuck Zelda up only because the the concept of that game was open world. You can't really
Yeah,
make it smash down because the back in the day, Final Fantasy VII, it was okay. You go to this little red triangle, you go into this little city, you got the little doors, and that's kind of what the premise was. They kept it as that.
yeah, they were
Whereas,
limited to that back in the day,
yeah,
yeah.
so they really didn't have much to go off of without making it a whole different thing because you already know people gonna be like, oh, this ain't their original, and then you got people like you, I want it more. So it's gonna
Hmm.
be
right?
they trying to appease the masses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. For me, the
Talk
one
to
that
us,
I
King.
for me, it's Halo, you know? Halo just had Halo Infinite come out, was it a year or 2 ago? I am not happy with where Halo is at right now, and the fans of Halo are not happy where it's at right now.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and me, it's kind of the similar thing that happened with the game that was announced today for Star Wars Outlaws. There's no Jedi in that game, and when you think of a Star Wars game, almost all of them have Jedi.
Yep.
You know,
Hmm.
for me, I was like, that's great. Like Jedi is a whole, or Star Wars is a whole universe of different characters, different
Exactly.
factions, different people. We don't always have to be focused on the Force and Jedi. There's a bunch of cool stuff you could do in that world with that lore. For me, Halo is the same way.
Hmm.
And I was telling Paris about this earlier. Like, if you were able to do like a survival horror game as like a human, and then the game starts when the Covenant are attacking and glassing your planet, that would be dope. Like, you're running through the streets as people are trying to, flee the Covenant, and you're trying to get to a shelter or a
Okay.
spaceport so you can leave. Or you are on the planet and then the flood come and you have to try and
Wait,
survive. Like, it's basically Left for Dead but with the flood. That
no,
would be a fun concept.
hold on. The flood is literally dead space.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of ways you could take the lore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because you got to think about what you just said. Master Chief is actually, the soldiers is just one aspect of the war.
Yeah.
They really, if you take it all the way back to when they went on the rings, wasn't that when everybody tried to be like living peacefully or something like that?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
flood hit them? That's it right there. Try to escape the rings.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I mean, like, there's stuff that backs it up. There's really good stories in the lore, like a lot of the novelizations. There's literally a story of a Marine that went for uh, he was having a routine procedure on one of the ships, right? So he is recovering in a surgery bay, and then while he was out, the Covenant captured the ship, and the Covenant are going to take vital information from the ship. And the AI has this only one soldier because everyone else is dead. And this guy has to work his way through the ship and blow it up, or else the Covenant win.
Hmm.
That in itself, that one story, that would be a dope game I would love to play.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
got you.
like we don't always need to have this super soldier Master Chief. And I mean, we love Master Chief. He's great for the Xbox guys. He is our flagship.
Hmm.
But there's so much more that you could do with the Halo lore stories and content that are out there. Then you can do like Halo 3 ODST was
I
great.
was about
You
to
know,
say that too, because that was like
yeah,
regular soldiers. That was a little
yeah,
advanced, but they was regular
you were
soldiers.
yeah, you were a regular soldier, and
Hmm.
when it was nighttime as an ODST, it was scary. You're like, oh shit, like I can't take on a brute by myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Man.
Whereas Master Chief, he's slapping them left and right, you know. So I
Mhm.
mean, they've proven before that it could be done. You know, I'm just saying, like, I want to see them do that again, like tip your toe in other spaces because what you're doing right now isn't working for me.
Yeah.
You know,
But could you really imagine like a world where you had to navigate the flood though? Because I remember
oof.
vividly when Red was playing Halo and it came across that flood mission and it got dark.
Them
And then you
things
just
was
see,
sprinting out.
bro, you just see, bro. When I tell you, dog, I had a nightmare. Even dog. All right, here's a funny story. So we used to play. All right, so context. I used to go over to Red's house to stay over for pretty much all summer. I pretty much lived over there. I was the
Yeah,
additional son.
for sure.
So when we play Halo so much that you know the little grunts that be talking, that be having the little plasma guns. We went to sleep one night, and I swear on everything I love, I heard
I
them
think you told
things.
me that. You told me this before, yeah.
I heard them yelling and talking outside the window. Bro, when I tell you I was the most paranoid, I was the most paranoid person ever, bro. And I ain't want to look like a bitch, so I ain't want to wake nobody up. Bro, I wanted to call my mom so bad, say, "Hey, can you
Come
come
get
get me
me.
because the aliens is outside?" Bro, I heard it clear. That as clear as I'm hearing y'all right now. I heard those little grunts. Like, yeah, yeah. Oh, I hear him outside. Oh my god, dog. Dog, I ain't never been so passionate about a story in my life. But when I tell
Man.
you, I heard these things outside the fucking window. I was literally staring at the screen, eyes buck open, like, bro, are they gonna come in the house? Like, I could not go to sleep. So that's how
I
much
knew
we
we
played the
lived in
game,
the hood, but goddamn.
bro. I thought they was coming to get me. Imagine waking up out of your sleep just hearing, whoa, 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 whoa. Bro, bro, I'm talking about paranoid, man.
Oh
Oh,
man.
I don't know what was in them energy drinks that I drank as a kid,
Whew.
but them Rippets,
Yeah.
boy, when I was
He's looking at
paranoid,
the ingredients list the next morning, like, what the fuck?
May cause
bro,
hallucinations.
Yeah, yeah.
man. No, because we used to play the game so long that it was people don't understand that when they say your eyes go bad on the TV, like staring, like we used to be like 2 inches away from the TV, not
Yeah,
blink for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And
man.
then when his mom would call us downstairs, we'd go downstairs and blink for the first time. I dry,
Dog.
Yeah.
When I
ultra
tell you,
dry.
we
You
stayed
start
up.
crying and shit, like, oh.
We stayed up to about like at least 4 or 5. Wake back up at like 7 and do it again the next
Do the
day.
shit again.
You
Yeah,
feel
you
me?
had stamina as a kid. Like, yeah,
Dog.
same shit.
All you
Man,
hear
we
is
play
take
that
y'all ass
all night.
outside. We don't even want to go outside, mama. It's just, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
dog, it
Bro,
was
we ain't
bad.
had we
It
ain't
was
had no
good
vitamin
though.
D. We ain't had no vitamin D.
yeah.
Man, back then
Ah,
was
shit.
it was good. It was good. I ain't gonna lie.
And that's the thing
Yeah.
about video games that when you play
Reminiscing.
it, yeah, like when you play video games, that it's a little piece of childhood that you forgot, but it's always in the back of your head.
Facts, facts.
Oh
So
yeah.
that is
I,
you
I
just want a little piece of that history to come back.
yeah, I think about that all the time. Like when I'm playing a game right now, I'm like, holy shit! Like 8-year-old Eric would have fucking loved this. You know,
Yes. Like
like
Hmm.
like like kids nowadays don't realize like how good they have it. Like just Game Pass for the Xbox side.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me I only have to pay $15 and I have access to like 200 games?
yeah,
What?
Oh
Like
yeah.
blow
I
your
was getting
mind.
game like I was playing like 3 games a year and it was birthday, Christmas, you know, and if I could string up some money together, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like no, like kids are spoiled nowadays. Like my nephew, he is a gamer. Like he likes his uncle Eric, you know. So when he comes over, we play video games and stuff, you know. And he has Game Pass. We do game sharing on their consoles.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm like, play this. I'm like, there's no reason why you're like, oh, I got nothing to play. I'm like, you have plenty to play,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Right.
Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be playing a lot of these games, and a lot of them are good. Like they're not all going to be the AAA, big thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of good stuff out there. Like I remember Oxenfree. Do you remember Oxenfree, Paris?
Yeah, yeah, I beat that.
That's
Yep.
that's a good ass game. It was a
Mhm.
free games with gold game, and like
I'd be
if you
scared to
never
play
had
that
it,
game as a kid though, because
but no,
it
I'm
had some
saying,
eerie parts.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm saying, but like if when we were kids, we didn't get games like that for free,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I mean, like, and you never would have played it unless you spent money on it, and so like, you play it now, like you got it, play it now,
Bro,
experience this stuff,
I'm so glad you said that, bro. I keep buying games. I just bought Street Fighter 6, right? I
yeah.
put it in for 10 minutes. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know when the next time I play. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I I'm looking over right now and I can count about probably like 50, 60 games over here, and I played two of them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then I got this Game Pass, and I'm looking like, not even Game Pass, PS Plus, and I'm looking like, damn, bro, I really got a couple hundred games I really can play. And why did I just buy Street Fighter? I got all this time, and then most of these games. What? How long is the story? 10 hours, 16 hours long. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I really could beat this and just learn, see all these game worlds and shit like that. Just expand my knowledge on all these high type of games. But I ain't gonna lie, Warzone be having me in a chokehold.
Right.
Yeah.
That
No,
motherfucker be hitting me up.
that's the thing. You know how you a couple episodes ago you were like, why do you listen so much to critics? It's because as an adult, I don't have as much time to play games as I did as a kid.
Yeah.
So if a critic said this game is bad, I'm not going to waste what little time I have to play that game. You
Ah,
know.
okay.
So I mean, like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could play, but if a bunch of critics are saying no, this ain't it, then I gotta use my time wisely.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna play the games that I know I like Call of Duty or Fall Guys,
Mhm.
and then play the ones that are highly touted, like Diablo 4.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, as a kid, you're spoiled with time, and especially now, you got all these games that you can play.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a quick question though. So about the quality of games, do y'all feel the quality of games are better now or back in the day as far as storytelling? So,
Um.
for example, uh, I just stick with Zelda. So you had about a good 20 Zelda games. So for me, Ocarina of Time, the story for that one, I feel is better than Tears of the Kingdom. However, Tears of the Kingdom is more fleshed out because you got some parts where they got voice actors, and then you got the scroll text. And then back in the day, it was just scroll text, so you had to actually read. So it actually made kids read back in the day to comprehend what was going on.
Exactly.
Uh,
Right.
so I feel the storytelling was better back in the day, in my opinion.
I say that for back in the day. Just to add on your part, is because it remind me of like, I'm not gonna lie, act like I read books. I don't, but I feel like people that read books a lot, like, your imagination plays such a big part. You know what I'm saying? In
Mhm.
building that world. So back then, when you were doing all that reading, you kind of had to put so and so together because they didn't just tell you the whole story. It just like they're gone. You know what I'm
So
saying?
they ain't hold your hands, hold your hand playing the game back in the day. So you
Exactly.
always
You know what
needed
I'm
that
saying?
older cousin or older big brother to beat a certain part for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
So a lot of it, I feel like we have to use our imagination for, and since our imagination as kids was so big and vivid, that's why you kind of like that type of storytelling. But kids nowadays, attention span is over in like 10 seconds. They gotta
Hmm.
walk your hand through it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta hold hands through the whole part.
I kind of feel like the storytelling is pretty much the same. Like, because we all remember the good ones back in the day.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all remember like Ocarina of Time and those good titles. But there was a lot of titles that were ass, that not good. You know, but
yeah.
but we just remember the good ones.
Yeah,
So we're
Right.
yeah.
like, oh, so there were only hits back in the day. It's like, no, there was a lot of bad
It
ones
was a lot of
too.
trash. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But they
So I
didn't tell you
mean,
where to go. Right now, if you die
yeah,
three
yeah,
times, it'd be like, start using X and then hit with a B to counter, and then
Yeah.
go this way and try to break this door down using this weapon. Back then, if you
Mhm.
didn't figure it out, you just didn't figure it out.
yeah. Well, I mean, like nowadays, like I said, with just with Halo and even Diablo as an example, like they have lore outside of the games. You
The
can read the
comic
books
books
if
and
you
all
want to
that type of
find out
stuff.
more,
Yeah.
or they even have their own appendices inside the game where they tell you what each item is, what each enemy is. Like The Witcher 3 has a great one.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
Oh,
learn
that
more
game long
about
as
like
hell.
what, yeah, if you want to know like more about like what a vampire is and a higher vampire, it's got the rundown. You just got to read it if you want it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think the storytelling is pretty much the same. It's just now, it's a money thing. Like now, this to me, like there's a lot more good storytelling because it's not affordable to make bad storytelling ones.
You're right.
Unless
You're
you're an
right.
indie dev.
Yeah. I feel you on that point. I
I
feel you on
get
that
that.
point.
Yeah.
Because if you mess up, we just invested $100 million into y'all. How you gonna fuck up this?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So they make it
Looking
so in depth. It feels like they visited that damn world before.
Right.
looking at you, BioWare. I know what you did with Andromeda.
What's one
Man,
game? What's one game that y'all played today that y'all couldn't beat as a kid? So,
Ooh,
the Star Wars Racers that just came out for Xbox not too long ago. I don't know if it's out for PS5.
yeah.
I finally,
I played that shit.
I finally beat that game as a 30-year-old. Now, mind you, I played this game when it come out. I was
this
probably
was
like,
64, right?
yeah, Nintendo 64.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I was preteen. I just felt like that, and I remember the level vividly, and it did give me some trouble recently. uh, so I finally beat it, and I felt more achievement from beating that old game. But I felt kind of bad 'cause I was like, damn, I could have beat this as a 15-year-old. But bro, my hand, dog, when I tell you I was sweating playing this game, like it brought back all the stress that I was having. But with
So you puckered
me,
up.
bro, I had to, I had to put the headphone back on.
Yeah.
But I finally beat it, and I felt a major achievement, even though it took me 30 years to beat.
For me, it was Gears 1. Uh, I never finished Gears 1. That one you have to fight the bad guy's General Rom at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Could never beat him. Could never beat him. And then it was a couple years ago. I was like, well, let me try playing through the Gears titles again because I think 5 had just come out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just playing 1 all the way through, and I'm just like, oh man, like this didn't age as well as I remember. You play a game and you're like, it's this. I remember it being a lot better,
Right,
back
yeah.
then. So I'm playing it, and I'm like, oh shit, here's a General ROM level. I never finished this one. I'm expecting to play it, try it a couple times, and I'm like, all right, I'm out. I finished it the first time, and I was like, holy, holy shit, like I'm freaking out, and I'm just like, man, like
Why was you
little me
so
must have
stuck on
been
this?
dumb as hell. Like, what the hell is he doing?
it's
It's
so
that
it's
Call of Duty quick reflexes you
bro.
got now.
Yeah, I was like, what? Why couldn't I do this
It'd be
before
that
the
one
first
text
time?
box that you never read, like, oh, it's the key under the desk, and you never read it.
Yeah, he
Something,
like they tell
something
me how
super
to do it
simple.
right there.
Yeah.
What about you, Red?
Nothing. I'm the fucking goat. I beat everything. I'm so serious. I'm not playing. I
All
really,
right.
I really beat every single game. Uh, you, you know what? Fucking Resident Evil. Yeah, the first one. I
Resident
don't
You
Evil.
went
know.
back to it. You
Yeah,
went back to it years later and was able to do it.
and did a complete sweep of that goddamn game.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it was because I was scared or something about it. I just couldn't beat a fucking zombie no matter what. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But it's really, I don't fucking know. I'll just walked it.
There's one game that I still have not ever been able to beat. The Lion King movie game.
What?
Mm,
Yeah.
I
There's a
wasn't expecting that.
sequence. There is a sequence where you play as Simba, little Simba, as a cub.
Mm-hmm.
And the scene where like they're doing the big song number and you got like giraffes and hippos like
Oh
all
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
stacking up and stuff. That's a level in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you are like jumping from giraffe head to giraffe head to giraffe head. You're there's monkeys swinging on elephant tails, and you have to jump, and the monkeys swing you over to the next one.
Yeah.
That kind of
Mm-hmm.
progression thing.
Right.
I've never been able to do it. It is the hardest game I've ever played, and yeah, I don't think it can be done.
Wait, you still
Oh,
ain't
you
beat
still? Yeah, I was gonna say you still haven't beat it.
I still
it?
never been able to beat it. My sister, my older sister, she found an emulator on it on her computer, and she was like, "Oh, hey, check this out." And then I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, like it's still traumatizing now as it was then." It's like,
Damn.
Dang. Nah, I gotta try it
Get the
now.
cold sweats.
it's It's
Hand
tough.
starts shaking.
Yeah.
Golden Eye was like that recently too. I couldn't never. What was the Cradle? I think that's the title. It was the last mission where you had to kill Alex, and he kept running around the little. You know what I'm talking about, Jay?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
the Cradle when he kept throwing these landmines, and it blew
Yeah.
me off the loop. It was like the last part. He was at this little part where before
The,
you hop into the
the,
helicopter.
Little
yeah, it was
platform.
this
Yeah.
Yeah,
damn small.
and he threw the little mine, and it blew me off. And after chasing him for like damn near 10 minutes, running out all the ammo, then you still got these extra enemies coming.
Yep.
I never beat that as a kid, and I finally beat it. What 2 months ago?
What you
Yeah,
play it
so
on?
they got it on Xbox.
Oh, they do. Yeah, I
Hmm.
spanked him one time and I got so happy I jumped and it froze the game.
Oh
And
no,
when I
I
tell
take that
you,
as a win. Fuck it.
literally, I said a win's a win. A win's a win. It
Yeah,
never
fuck
had
that.
the progress. I could never do it again, but I said a win's a win. I
Yeah.
left it at that.
And then
I
and it
said,
was
I'm
what
done.
was it? What's the easiest level? Agent, and they want you to do that shit again on double agent and what's the
Impossible.
yeah, I said fuck that because the tank one, the street level with the tank,
Yeah, yeah.
they want you to speed run that on the next hardest level when you don't even know where the hell to go. It's not like it's an arrow saying, "Oh, turn left."
Man.
Oh,
Right.
matter of fact, what was the mission before Cradle? We had to
Felicity? No.
we had to hop out the window before you went to the street. We had to save Natalia,
I don't remember.
bro.
Something
When
like
I
in Paris, right? There was
no, there was the walls was like green and white because you was held hostage. It was after the train mission.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm over here, dog. When as an adult, it literally took me an hour trying to find out where the fuck to go. I didn't know you had to shoot the window to get out. They don't tell you that. I had to look it up on YouTube,
What did I say? What did I say?
Yeah.
They do not walk you. They don't hold your hands in
bro.
old
I'm
games.
30 years old, and I was like, where the fuck did I'm over, bro? When I tell you I went through the whole level like 3 times on one life, and all I had to do was shoot the fucking window, and then I was to the next mission. I was so hurt.
I wonder, did you just skip a piece of information?
It didn't tell you to shoot through the window.
Get good.
I rest my case.
And then Natalia, the AI in the game back in the day was retarded too.
Yeah, they just run around like
Natalia kept getting
trying to get
shot.
killed.
Yeah, Natalia
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
getting shot. And there was one time she saw me shoot the little scientist nerd dude when he pointed the gun at me. I just
Yeah,
shot
and she
him. Just
run from you, don't she?
no, she said, "Oh, I saw you on the camera shoot the scientist. So yeah, I'm gonna leave and have to start the mission over."
That's what I'm saying. She run from you. Yeah, she did.
Man, but go
Oh,
yeah. That was a
I
game
don't
I
know
couldn't
what
get as a
happened though.
kid.
I don't know what happened. I know you had the game. We got that game from somewhere. Origins unknown. I don't know who played this game. They beat every board on every single level. Praises due to that man, woman, or child. I don't know what they did, but bro, everyone was double agent. I unlocked it. I had every character unlocked, and I lied to everybody for like 9 months and said I did all of it.
Hmm.
Man, you know how much praise I got? Come on now. And when they said do it again, I said, look, I did it once. I ain't got to do it no more.
Right, yeah. Trust me, the first time.
Asshole.
I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked in. Come on now, stop playing.
I'm busy. I don't even play that anymore.
Yeah, I'm on to my next game. Knowing the next one was ass anyway, but I'm on to my next game.
So there's been a lot of adaptations being made into like movies and TV shows. The most popular one right now, I think, would be Last of Us with Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey
That was good.
Mhm.
That was good.
being adapted from the PlayStation game. And so now that's the new thing. Like they're all right, superheroes are good and all, but now we want to take these video game stories and make them into movies and TV shows. We got a Fallout show coming out soon. There's a 40K show coming out. Uh, Sony announced the Twisted Metal show.
Mhm.
So, what game do you want to see adapted? You know, is it like do you think it would be better as a movie or as a television show? So, start with Red on this one.
Oh, that's tough. I seen so many my games do so terrible. Like Laura Croft and all them. Angelina Jolie was fine back in the day though. I might want to see. No, Mortal Kombat was trash. Give me God of War. Give me God of War. I want to see some God of War stuff.
You want a God of War
Mhm.
TV
I,
show?
I feel
Will it
like
be
it's
a
gonna.
TV series or a movie?
It gotta do a movie. No, you know what? It might do a series because season one will be like most of the God of War on PS2 and stuff. Season two will get in, or three will get into that Ragnarok stuff. But
Hmm.
uh
God of War live action TV series ordered at Amazon, so that's
Oh,
already
it gotta
done.
be HBO because they're gonna put
what?
out. I say it had to be HBO
Why HBO?
because I feel like they had the best cinema when it came to TV series. Because they did good with what's it? Last of Us HBO, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was HBO.
Yeah,
That was HBO, yeah.
yeah. I feel
But you
they.
gotta think about how much CGI graphics or CGI gonna be in this damn show. It might gotta be a movie. It might gotta be a movie.
For how long though? Two and a
Four,
half,
just
4 hours.
four. No, no, like four separate films.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. All right, I got
Yeah,
you.
Like every game is a movie.
not necessarily. Like one and two can be part one. Uh, two transitioning into the Ragnarok series, and then probably just three. Then three will be that whole arc of uh the Greek. You know what I'm saying? But I,
Hmm.
Okay.
I feel like it can go or just be one arc of Greece, one arc of Norse. Shit, they might take it to Egypt. You never know. But I want to see
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? I want to
All
see
right, man.
that.
What
Yeah.
about you, Paris?
I remember we was talking about Nintendo 64 game a couple weeks ago off air, but Hybrid Heaven from Nintendo 64.
Hmm.
I think that'd be a good. I think it'd be a good TV series.
For sure, TV.
Cause it's not as fleshed out to be a movie, but as a TV series, you can take it many ways. Because the main premise of the game, if y'all never played it, was um, you had I want to say he was a secret agent, and he had to save the president's daughter. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of movies and shows that's saving the president's daughter, but this one, you like if you played the game as a kid, you didn't know you were the dude undercover. So like by halfway through the movie, this dude he had took this I guess skin off, and he was a another whole character, and you like, well, where the Indian dude was that you was playing with the whole game. So
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good plot twist.
So look, bro, I actually did a walkthrough on that game, right? Since we talked about this from that time. So you was right about the president theme, right?
Hmm.
It's actually aliens that come down. They're trying to replace all the heads of people of power with them.
Hmm.
It's like fair trades with that, right? And you find out they made a clone of you to go kill the president,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah, yeah, you're right.
you
Yeah.
gotta you kill your clone. You feel me? But then you go down and deep in the ground, and that's why we was fighting monsters back then because that was all the aliens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And then you
okay.
got to figure out who's in this shadow, dark, black room doing all this extra stuff and try to take them out. But it can
Mm,
for sure flesh out governments that we thought was us that have really been them, technology, you know what I'm saying? It can do a lot of that type of stuff,
right.
you know?
What about you, Eve?
Because,
Oh no, my bad. I ain't gonna cut you off.
oh, I was about to say, if you look at the Tom Clancy series, I feel
Mm,
like it gonna have, it could be as good as that. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be top of the top, but I feel like it could be as good as that.
mm.
The one that I would pick real quick would be Control by Remedy Entertainment.
That's dope.
So, yeah,
Mhm,
so I think it would do well. It's this Bureau of Paranormal Research. So it's this secret government agency. That finds paranormal devices. And contains them, brings them back, and has them in this uh, office building in New York City. So just the setting alone, and the story of what they do, I feel like you could do a series about it of just like a random guy as an office worker, what they do,
mhm.
or you could just adapt the game as a movie, and I feel like it would do very well. like it's pretty dark. It's got this kind of like a 1960s kind of like noir kind of vibe to it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I feel like that one would really lend itself well to like a movie or TV show. Yep. Well, guys, that is all the time we have for this episode. We'll catch you guys next week off the top, episode 4. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
And we out. Gang shit.
Hey, what I say about that?
Sorry, sir.
All
Sorry,
right,
sir.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
But bye. God damn.